set up. Happy Friday, everyone. Freebird Friday. Yeah. Oh, man. I somehow got talked into doing chores. I don't know how, but I did. Oh, let's see here. Okay. Give me a moment. Got my laptop popped on. Go to my channel. See who's first. Maybe it's going to be Chew. Who knows? Oh, is that it? Yes, it is. Chew is first. Yes. Hey, Justin, how you doing? Good to see you. You almost made it first. Woo! Yeah, man. You might have not seen the short yet that I put out. Oh, honeydew. Yeah, Mrs. T Bird's working. She works from home and she's in her office, but she's pretty busy. But uh, she caught me. She tricked me. Oh, she goes, I love you so much. Happy birthday. Oh, it was Mrs. T Bird's birthday. Not mine, it was Mrs. T Bird's. Thank you so much. Becky Joe, how you doing? Good to see you. My birthday's in May. My birthday's in May. Hey, Bellows Forge. How you doing? Good to see you. Yeah, Mrs. T Bird tricked me. She gave me a honeydew list. Like I said, I put up a quick short on that, and I played Freebird. Oh man, yeah. Collector had put a comment. I didn't comment back to her yet, but she caught on to why I put Freebird song in with that. Yes, I will absolutely. Thank you so much, Becky Joe. But she said something about she's seen why I put Freebird to let free the T-bird free from the chores. Yeah, the honeydew list. Oh man, but I, it was our cupboards and our countertop has got the countertop around the edge is wooden, and they've gotten nicked up and scratched and whatnot, and throughout the years. And she's been actually after me to do it for quite a little while, and we've got the polyurethane stain to go on it, and I started sanding. I brought in an electric sander. I started with that, and that was making dust all over. So I decided to do a little hand sanding. That way, the sawdust didn't go all over the place. What I need, which I don't have, is a type of sanding tool that you can connect a vacuum to it. That way, there it'll suck up all the dust as you go. Because if I would have kept on going with that electric sander, I would have had dust all over the kitchen and the living room, and then I would have had to dust everything. Oh man, that would have been a chore. Hey, Seven Stacks, how you doing? Good to see you. Thank you so much for stopping by. I went to the bank earlier today. I don't know if any of you remembered me having a big box of coins. I had been collecting probably, I don't know, probably for about 2 or 3 months. I had a big, hey, Snake Bite, how you doing? Good to see you. Good old Texas Road. Yeah, I got tricked into that too, Bellows. See, I was on the Texas Roadhouse thing. I took Mrs. T-Bird out for her birthday early, and I was trying to get the waitress's attention to tell her. And I told, I mentioned to other family that was there with us that I was going to get a hold of them to get them to tell them it was Mrs. T-Bird's birthday. So they would come over and do the I don't know, the hold down there with the birthday song and everything. Thank you, Becky, for the floating heart. Awesome. Thank you so much. And and I was about ready to tell them, and then she'd walked by me and walked away, and then I started talking to my brother-in-law, and Mrs. T-Bird behind my back knew what I was up to. So what did she do? She went and told them it was my birthday. Hmm. I, she likes doing stuff like that. And I didn't know she did it, but she did that. And then they came over, and I thought maybe it might have been her brother that had turned around and told them it was her birthday. And no, lo and behold, they were doing it for me, and everybody, they start doing the thing, and they brought the saddle over there, and everybody's looking. There was no way I could embarrass Mrs. T-Bird and say, no, it's not mine, it's hers. But maybe I should have, but I didn't. So I was good. I was good. I went along with it. I went along with it. Oh man, I went along with it, and I was good. I played right on. It was pretty fun. Yeah. But have you seen that? I posted 4 shorts and or pictures on my community post. Hey, Rakamas, how you doing? Good to see you. Jeffrey Button, how you doing? Good to see you. Yeah, but I was a good sport about it, and it was funny. It was funny. I just hope that the same waitress doesn't go there. We usually on our birthdays will go there. Of course, uh, about once a week, I frequent Texas Roadhouse. I usually get an order to go most times. We don't go inside too often. Hello, Daisy May. How you doing? Good to see you. That was little Miss Daisy May. That was awesome out there on the beach the other day. And I was watching your live. I missed your live today, and I apologize. I'll go back and I'll watch it. I usually do. I usually go back and let them play through all my other devices. Um, but yeah, I had went out and about. I had some business to tend to earlier. Uh, we're doing very well. Thank you very much, Daisy May. Uh, I went out and about doing some business, and I had a big box of coins that I had for my coin roll hunting, and I brought that back to the bank, and I actually had what was it, $217.50, and denominations of quarters, 1 roll of nickels, 4 rolls of dimes, and pennies. I had a lot of pennies. Scrap metal racing, what's going on? Good to see you, brother. On your way, Disney on Ice, eh? Woo! It's always good to see you, Scrap Metal, each and every one of you. It's good to see all of you. Uh, I went out and about my business, and I went to the post office. The mailbox for the first time was empty, didn't have anything. Uh, no bills, uh, no ads or anything, but that was fine. I went to the store to go just pick up some extra coffee for tomorrow. I got a lot of coffee, but I got this particular type of coffee that I like. That's very good. Let me just go grab it. I'll show it to you real quick. I like all different types of coffee. Um, it's flavored coffee, but this is the kind that I like. It's a Hawaiian blend. It's pretty good. I like it a lot, and I didn't have any. Of course, I make a couple of pots of coffee every day. JK Pioneer, how you doing? J Dog, woo! Thank you. Happy Friday. Did you do your Friday pour yet, J Dog? I know usually you don't go live when you do it. I'll have to go back and check tonight and go see if you did. Your pours are usually pretty awesome. I like how you're taking the flask and leaving it upside down, doing those square pours. You're just compressing them into the. You did working on the edit. Awesome. I'll have to try that. I've got a flask, and I've got the 400 grit. I think it's 400 grit Petrobond. I got the regular Petrobond that came with it. I got a big 10-pound bag of that. I actually got it right here. Of course, you know what that looks like. I got to get that flask going to make a 3D pour. But I've actually got this other stuff that's finer than that. It's not Dove clay, but I think it's the next best thing. It's 400. I think it's 400 grit, but it's very fine. Don't forget to smash that like button. Thank you, Justin Winch. Appreciate you, brother. But I've got to get into that. But I like the way you're doing that, J Dog, with the half the flask. and using something and putting it flat down there. And I'm going to have to give that a try like that. I've got one or two pieces that are going to be a good piece to do a 3D cast on that. I have not yet used a flask in a 3D cast. I have used the Petrobond to pour some stuff. It didn't come out very well, but it was quite a while ago. But this particular little guy here, I did in the Petrobond. I never even cleaned him up. That's exactly the way he came out. There was no cleaning involved with that. But I was very surprised that I've got the reds like that because a lot of times I use the kinetic play sand, and the kinetic play sand doesn't make the reds like that. Um, Usually, when I pour stuff in the kinetic play sand, I get very little red, like some of these crosses and some of these other ones that I've poured like that. I get very little red. I sometimes get a little bit of red on the backside. Hmm. Let me see. Just wanted to pop. Thank you so much, Becky Joe. Have a great weekend as well. You all as well. Thank you. Uh, hey, Humble Stacker, what's going on? Good to see you. Thanks for stopping in. I'm going to get back. Like I said, I went out and about, and I was taking care of some business and doing whatever. And I brought my change back to the bank. It was $217.50, and they were really grateful that I had brought in the pennies. I didn't realize it, and I didn't even think about it. But all the pennies I brought back, it was actually 40. Oh my, what was it? It was $41.50 in pennies that I brought back. All zinc pennies. I don't bring my copper pennies back. Like I was saying before, I'm not gonna throw them all out here. But if I have the live stream, I still got these in here. These ain't from them, but there's probably at least, I don't know, probably got 10 pounds of pennies right here, all copper. And there's probably about 25 pounds of pennies right here, all copper. This thing's like 3 inches deep. And I've got Dixie cups, the 12 ounces. I've got about, oh my, I've got probably 25 to 30 of those. And then plus other containers. And I've got some that are, that when I first started doing it years ago, I would throw them in and I would roll them, all copper. Some of them I actually have some of the dates on them. Like these are 1960s. Uh, but needless to say, I've got a lot of copper pennies. But it's going to be very difficult now to get the copper pennies. Yeah, pennies are about gone, J Dog. Because when I went there to the lady at the bank and I was talking to her, hey, Husk, what is this? He says, it's just a chat. Gee, Wally, woo, what's going on? Gee, you always got a load of copper. I've got copper. Man, boy, do I got copper. You have no clue. You have no clue. but but I went to the bank. She was very impressed because she goes, we're having trouble. She goes, getting copper pennies. We were just about out. She goes, I'm really glad that you brought those. And she goes, you realize, she goes, Sunday, the store, which is my local store, grocery store, I didn't know they were doing that because I would have brought them there, but I don't know if they would have did it. But they were giving double face value of any pennies that you brought in. The Copper Whisperer. Thanks, fellows. Yeah. Sean Stafford. Woo! Good to see you. But they were given double the amount of face value. So say if you brought in $5 worth of pennies and gave them to my local store, they would have gave you $10 in return. I had $41.50 worth of pennies. $41.50 worth of pennies. Oh my, wow. Them are all zinc though. No coppers went back to them. And I had already went through all of them. I looked for errors for the 2000 wide AM on the reverse and the 1999 wide AMs, 1998 wide AMs, the 1992 close AMs. You want to look for the in the back and the reverse, the American. At America, the A and the M, if they're touching at the bottom of the letters, the A and the M, that's close. If they got a little tiny gap between them, that's the wide. I demonstrated that a little while back in one of my other lives. But needless to say, I checked everything for errors, even other errors. There's other different errors that are out there, even besides that. There's a 300 billion, there are 300 billion pennies in circulations. Yeah, there is. I think there's probably more than that in circulation. And I've got a small fraction of that Rakamas. Um, I mentioned it in one of my comments to Littlefoot. Copper pennies that I have collected because I've been doing coin roll hunting for a long time. I've only done a little bit of show and tell on them. In my about a year ago, I did a little bit, but I don't really get into doing a live coin roll hunting type thing. I've done it a couple of times in the past, um, but I have in the SX of approximately $500 worth of copper pennies that I have saved. And I've been saving copper pennies for probably over 10 years. Now, these ones are not copper. I've shown these one time before. These are when I got some from the bank when I was doing some coin roll hunting. Um, I opened up just one and I never finished because I come to find out that these particular rolls from a particular bank, these are 2016 and 2016 Ds, and they're solidly 2016. I never returned those to the bank. They're zinc, but they've never been opened, and I never will probably open them. I don't know if I'm going to keep them or not. I probably will, but they're all brilliant uncirculated 2016s and 2016Ds. But the lady at the bank had told me about that, and I said, "Well, can I have my pennies back?" And she goes, "No," because Price Chopper was well, that's the name of the store, the convenience store, Market 32 or Price Chopper. They were giving, if you brought in $5 worth, they were giving you $10 for that because that's how bad they were hurting. And the lady at the bank, they were literally out, and they have business customers that come there all the time and get coin change. Um, so I went over, that's my main bank, and I went over to there's another bank there. I have two different bank checking accounts. I diversify my money. I don't keep all my finances in one bank in case there's ever a run on the banks for any given particular reason. But needless to say, I went over to my other bank because my main bank right there, that's my place where I bring all my coins back to after I search them and I check them for everything and I re-roll them and I bring them back. I don't throw the stuff in the Coinstar because they take a little percentage. I've never used it, but I've gone there and I didn't do the video, but this little Mexican piece I found laying right on the very top today. I should have turned my camera on. I didn't. I don't know the denomination of it, but I found that just setting right on the very top. I walked over, I picked it up, grabbed it. I went and got my coffee, which I just showed you a little while ago. You're sitting on $300 worth. Yeah, it's a lot of pennies. It's a lot of pennies, and I got like approximately about 500, a little more, not too much more, but all in copper, all copper. And the one book that I was doing my last live stream, I showed a few of my other coin books, a few of them. Of ones that I've got just about every single one. I'm not sure. In this one, I think I got the other one filled out. I think I have that one on a different one. I think I have that in my safe, but I'm missing the 47S, the 1948S, and there's a few more that I'm missing over here. This isn't my brilliant uncirculated ones, but I don't have any that are from the this is like 1940, 41 through 74. I've got two of those. This is a different one. This one might be the one that's a little fuller. I don't know. Yeah, that one's just about filled out. But I've got that one in here. I'm missing a couple in there. I probably have them. I don't know. No, the 1955S I don't have. That's that one right there. I don't have that one. And I'm missing the 1954 S in that one. But let me look back at the chat. Bicentennial foreign coins are awesome. Yeah, they are. I got a lot of different, all sorts of different types of foreign coins. Now, this is one of my books, which I've been transformed out of an old book into a newer book because the older books are pretty beat up, my original ones. And this is the one from 1909 to 1940. I've been slowly getting that one put in there, but this isn't my best one. Look at the toning on that one. Some rainbow toning. I don't know how it's a 1919D. I don't know if you can see that. That's some pretty red in it. Now, back a while back when I put that in there in my other book, because I transferred it to this book, that used to be red. It was red, but I don't know why it might have been something in the book or something, because it's a really old book. This is like another one of my old books. I've been taking them out of, and it's actually falling apart. This is one of my original ones from back when I was a teenager. Like I said, I'm still going through them, taking them out and putting them into the new books. And this is another one. This one is the one that I got mine. I got the 1909 VDBS. Yeah, right there. And he's pretty dark. These are brown. I got the 1909 VDB and I got the 1909 VDBS. That's that one right there. But a lot of these coins are going to disappear and come out of here and go into the newer books. Down New York bus token. Yeah, I got quite a few of the New York bus tokens. I got a lot of tokens from the city area. Some that I got while I was down there actually, and a few times in the past, and some that I've just found. But this is the book that I really dread bringing those pennies back to the bank. Because, hey, Southeast Stacker, how you doing? Good to see you. I had, like I said, I brought back $41.50 worth of pennies. Hey, Dennis Jimenez, good to see you. How you doing? But I'm regretting bringing those back because I didn't realize how bad the situation was, because I knew they weren't going to be making any more pennies. They stopped making them. But even my bank can't get any pennies. And I brought back $41.50. Now, in the last couple of days, I've been going through them. This is my main book where I'm going to put my very best ones in. Of course, the front pages ain't filled out, but the back pages are. But I was going through the pennies that I have, the zinc ones. Let me see if I can't set that down. I was going through the zinc ones, and this is where the zinc ones start. No, yeah, 84. Yeah, 84. I was going through the zinc ones and trying to find the ones that I'm missing. That's 1984 all the way down to 1995 in this page. And to try to put in the ones, getting the nicest ones out of the zinc pennies I would have brought back to the bank. But you know what it's like? Last night I went through $20 worth of pennies. That's literally 40 rolls of pennies. 40 rolls of zinc pennies that I had already went through. I already rolled, but to try to find ones that I might have had before bringing them back to the bank. And then finally I said, oh, the heck with it. Oh, that took me hours and hours. Let me see if I can get a little closer so you guys can see this a little bit. You can see they're all pretty nice. I'm usually taking the best ones out of them, but $20 worth had went back that I hadn't rechecked to get those. It's like some of these right here, these are extras that I got, the 2009. I know Scrap Metal Racing was looking for particular types, and I've got every one, which I've got some that are in a bag that I bought probably about 10 years ago that are brilliant uncirculated that have never been opened. So I got every one of them. I got every one of the 2009. But these are ones that I found right there, and I got a few extras. And the ones that you had, scrap metal racing, wasn't really too bad. I mean, it might have been similar to like those two right there. I'll let you see the back side. But them are the ones I got up there in the top. And like I said, I could have went through them. No 2009s went back to the bank. I save all the 2009s. There's certain types I save. I save all my coppers. I save all the 2009, and none of the wide AMs go back. I presently probably have about three 1998 wide AMs. And if you know about the 1998 wide AMs, they're valued, depending on the grade of them, they're roughly about $20 to $25. The 1999, I've got one of those wide AM. That's a little bit more pricey. But the one, if you ever come across it, which is very highly sought after and is very, very expensive, is the 1992 Close AM. Them hold a lot of value. Those hold a lot of value. You have to go to your 5-gallon water jug and get 5 wide AMs. Let me see here. I'm trying to find the page in my 2025 book here of the 1998. I'll bring it up for you. And the 92. Let's see here. Where is it? Yeah, okay. I'll have to zoom in on this so you guys can probably see it. Maybe I might not have to. No, I don't think I have to. But the 1992 Close AM and the D Close AM for the 1992, roughly, an MS65 red condition is valued at about $12,500. I don't have any of those. And the 1992 D, is valued at about $10,000 in the same grade. So that's a nice chunk of change for a penny. Let me show you the wide AM real quick. Like I said, the 1999 wide AM, I have one of those. Now that's if it's valued at about 500 in MS65. Mine's not quite MS65. It's probably maybe like a 62, maybe. So it probably has a value of probably about 400 maybe. And I have three of the 1998 wide AMs. Now MS65, they're valued at about $25. And the other one you want to keep an eye out for is 1995 double diode verse. I've been keeping my eyes peeled for them, and I've looked at them all my coins and that I've returned to the bank, and I haven't found any. But in MS65, they're valued about $65 from last year's. And the 2026 is already out. I don't have it yet, but they're always about a year behind in their values. You just got a VDB finally? Nice. Sweet. 1909 VDB. Woo. They have another one. I forget what it was, where they got the VDB on the front, where there's actually a V in air. I forget the year of that, though. And I've been forgetting to check for it. I can't remember the year, but on the obverse, it has a V on it. I don't know. Haven't really been paying attention to that. But there's a lot of different errors out there. There's numerous amounts of different errors. And I have a lot of error coins. Some are worth some value and some are not. It all depends on what type of variety they are, because there's a lot of different varieties on errors, on different errors. But I hope everybody's having an awesome Friday. I know if you didn't watch that video that short, I just posted my honeydew. Oh man. I don't mind doing something when Mrs. T-Bird asks. Thank you so much, Scott Metal, for the jewels. Awesome. Thank you. Appreciate you, brother. I don't mind a honeydew list, but the honeydew list that she's got me to do is going to be pretty tedious because the stain on our cupboards is not the same type of stain that we got because I repainted the ceiling last year in our living room and the molding, the crown molding up around the top. I restained it and I let Mrs. T-Bird pick out the color stain that she wanted. So the kitchen and the living room are kind of like adjacent from each other, and it's not like they're not closed off. So she wanted me to do the kitchen, and I started it today to appease her. And she asked me nice, and I try to be nice. I'm not always nicest to get along with. Sometimes I grape, especially when it comes to do with a honeydew list. I don't know how they ever came up with a honeydew list because it has nothing to do with honey. Oh man. Thanks, scrap metal. Appreciate you, brother. But yeah. It just sore. But needless to say, I started it on the countertop, the island that separates the living room from the kitchen. And I sanded down the molding, the wood molding on the edge, taking the old varnish off because there's some dings and some scratches and whatnot. And I started to use her varnish. Of course, I had a different color varnish that I had bought, the same color that was on the cupboards that were in the kitchen. And I wanted to use that. And she said, no, I want it to match in the living room the same color that I got out there. So I had to break out the old varnish and use that. And you know what's next? It's darker, much darker. Hmm. So, lo and behold, you know what T-Bird's going to have to do? She actually wants me to change all the handles as well and put brand new handles on them, which I'm going to do that. She wants silver handles instead of the gold handles. Not real silver, but silver looking or coated handles. I'd rather have the silver, real silver handles. But I guess I'd have to make them maybe. I don't know. I don't think they sell solid silver handles like that. But I'm going to take all those cupboard doors off and lightly sand them and stain every single one. And there's got to be probably 20 different cupboards, the top and below. So I'm going to get to do all the cupboards the same color. And that's going to take some time. And I guess that's going to be my honeydew list for the winter, I guess. I wish you would have got after me to do that when we were on vacation because I could have brought all the cupboards outside. Now it's too cold up here. Too cold and it's too damp to bring it out there. Stay prepared, Dennis. Let's see, I'm gonna miss something. I ordered a load of emergency stuff today. Awesome. It's a little midget in the ruse. Ah, emergency stuff to be prepared. Yeah, that's a good idea. There's a lot of stuff that I've ordered. The one thing that I never got is a backup generator. I mean, I can live fine without electricity, but I have ample supply. Ample supply if something does happen, whatever it might be, for an emergency situation, where I have enough food to sustain me for up to a year. Um, Water is a different problem. I have enough fresh water to sustain me for about um, and this is being lenient with the water supply, but I have enough to sustain me probably for about 2 months. Fresh water, and I continuously buy water in the gallon jugs and in 5 gallon jug containers, and I'm just I don't know. I'm a bit of a pessimist. I don't like, even if it's water, I don't like it sitting there for 3, 4, 5, 6 months or something. I try to circulate it. So I don't like old stuff. So as I buy it, I kind of rotate it and move it up to where the old stuff doesn't stay old. So I keep making sure everything's fresh. All but the dry food supply. I have some of that stuff. I can't think of the name of it. The place that I got it from. I got it quite a few years ago. It's a big tub and it's got all dry food and it's got a life expectancy shelf life of 25 years plus. But I do not have a gas generator or anything for electricity. If anything does whatever, as long as I have, which I will would have free running water, not free because I pay for it, but they when the electricity goes out, they do have a power supply that does generate the water supply to come up to me to my household. Um, so I'll always have water, and as long as I got propane, I got hot water on demand, which I'll have all the hot water I need. And of course, if that's the case, I mean, we don't drink the water because it's from the village and it's got a little bit of chlorine in it. I mean, chlorine water is fine, but I'd rather have the fresh spring water, and that's what I usually drink is spring water. I don't drink out of the tap, which I could, so that's not a big issue there. How's the weather over there, Rockamas? Is it getting colder? Our temperatures have been pretty cold. I know I posted that video there of all that snow that I had. That was just something I had on my phone that came up. Um, the video that I'd taken back in 2017. Hey, Ray and Sandy, what's going on? Yeah, she put me to work. I don't like sanding either, Ray. Man, yeah, and I don't have the proper tools to sand inside the house with a vacuum hose attached to it either. So I had a sanding tool, electric one, with a disc sander. The sawdust started going all over the place, and I said, "Oh, I can't have that." So I ended up hand sanding, and even that was a bit of a cumbersome mess. But I got that one area that I said on that short, I got that all sanded, and I got that all stained. But I was just talking about it. Lo and behold, I had to use the type of stain that Mrs. T-Bird likes, and it's a total different color. It's a darker stain. So I'm gonna have to end up taking all the cupboards down and do all the cupboard doors and everything that same color. And she wants the gold handles taken off. She wants new uh, silver handles in replace. So I really got a honeydew list in the 40s. Rain, no rain. Everything that hits Rockamas a day or Michael Stack and that hits them in their area, all hits me about a day and a half later. Yeah, it is. But, it's a labor of love, a honeydew list. Oh, yeah. But I guess, I mean, I've been putting it off for a while because she's actually been wanting this done probably for about a year now. About a year. It was about a year ago where I started remodeling, doing the living room, doing the ceiling and the crown molding up on the ceiling. And she wanted to be the same colors that. Yes, she did. Yes, yeah, she did. Wax on, wax off. Oh man, Dennis. Yeah, I saw your comment. Oh man. Yeah, yeah. So that's gonna be a prolonged honeydew list. I'll do a little at a time, a little bit each day. After I get done this live stream, I'll probably go back out there and I'll do a little more. No problem. It's all good, brother. It's all good, Dennis. Yeah, it's all good. Yeah, there was something else I showed. Okay, I showed those coins. There was something else I wanted to talk about. I don't know what it was. I forget. I forget what it was. No jackknife. I think it's a little early for jackknife. But if you're out there lurking, jackknife, good to see you, brother. He might be out there. He might not be. He likes to sit in the back, sometimes in the corner and listen in. And usually, if I jingle my silver, it's funny because 9 times out of 10, if I jingle my silver, he pops in there. But yeah. Oh, you are. You want a silver tiki? Ooh. Well, if you're serious, send me an email. Let me know. Send me an email. Let me know. Of course, I can do that for you. I do have these other two that I've already originally poured. Number one, number two. You want if you want to send me some, I can take care of you. Do that for you, brother. 30 degrees. Burr. That's Fahrenheit. That's not Celsius. So it's just below 0 Celsius there right now. That's about what temperature it is here, Dennis. I can't open the door here. Let me take a quick peek at my outside thermometer. I got it inside. No, it's a little warmer. It was it was it was about 23 degrees last night, but it's warmer this evening. It's about 38.1 degrees Fahrenheit here. 68 there where you're at, scrap metal. 48 where you are, Rakamas. Wow. I know about where you are, scrap metal racing. I mean, not you're not. I know you're not home. You're on the road. Um, but yeah, up here in upstate New York, it's a little cooler. I guess it was like I was watching Daisy May's channel yesterday. She was out on the beach. I think she was in here a little earlier, but she was out there on the beach, and she said it was 81 degrees down in Florida. That's Laredo will be at a low at 71. Yeah, Laredo. That's Laredo, Texas, is where you're going, right? If I'm not mistaken. I don't know where you're bringing the Disney on Ice thing. I forget. I know I'd read it, but I forgot where you said you were bringing it. But I think that's where you're going to pick it up. But yeah, I'm in fear for the way the weather conditions. Rakamas, I was chatting with her a little bit on my post that I did of the snow that we got in 2017. I watch a lot of the weather channels and the way El Nino and the weather patterns and all that. Yeah, look at that. I put on some new emojis, scrap metal. I know Jeff Rubin's going to really enjoy them and like them because he specifically asked. He wanted me to put up some emojis of the cats. So I think it was last night. I put up an emoji of um, Chloe. Chloe is the mother cat, and I I put up one of Mia, and then I put up one of Simba. Simba's the long-haired cat, I think. Yeah, the one sitting on that green counter. That's where I'm doing the molding and I'm staining, sanding and staining. That one's my cat. That's Mia, and then the one to the right of that's Chloe, and the one to the left. Wait, I can't see because it's awfully small. It's awfully small. My computer. Let me see here. Yeah, the one to the left of the one on the green countertop, that's Simba. And then Mia is the one on the green countertop, and the one to the right is the mama cat. That's Chloe, mama cat. T-Bird Snow Feast Beast. Yeah, I can do that. A T-Bird Snow Beast. I can generate. I can do a. Oh man, that would mean me throwing myself down the snow. I don't got no snow right now. Scrap metal, but I can make a snow beast, and I'll do an AI version of it. maybe I can do that. Maybe I'll try to see what I can do. A snow beast. Hmm. And if I can't do it through the AI once it snows, I'll throw myself down the snow and I'll do another snow angel for you. Man, I think I'm pretty sure you one last year got me to throw myself down the snow and do a T-Bird snow angel. I couldn't believe you made a T-Bird snow angel. Yeah, wasn't it you that asked me to do that? Yeah, far out. Yeah, yeah. You ain't the only one I've done things for. Just like Jackknife was, because a lot of times when I end my streams, I usually go woo, and I give the thumbs up. And he said you got to do a T-Bird thumb, and yeah, I did. I poured a copper T-bird thumb. I don't remember if that was my right thumb or if it was my left thumb, but it's one of them. Oh, yeah, it would have to be the right thumb because you can kind of see the crease. I don't know. It doesn't match up now. Maybe it was the left thumb. I don't know. Yeah, I think it's the left. I can't tell. I can't tell. But there's been several things that people have asked me to do, and I've done them. Now you can't go overboard. Don't go overboard. Some things I just might not do. How long have I been on? 45 minutes. Oh, I'll stay on here probably a few more minutes, probably 5 minutes, 10 minutes. And make sure to smash that like button. Oh man, wow, 33 likes. Woo! That's awesome. Yeah. Just trying to wish I can remember what there was something else I wanted to talk about. I think I purposely I actually even went and talked about Mrs. T-Bird her iced coffee and everything. And I said, I'm gonna go on live. You don't mind, do you? I go, I stay in that one area that I told you I would. I go, and I know you want me to finish. I go, you care if I go live for a little while? She goes, no, no. I go, to no. I go, is that I don't care, or is that a no? You got to finish what you're doing. The honeydew list. She said, no, you can go on if you want. And I said, okay. So I'll go on probably for a half hour or so, and then when I get done, I go, I'll jump back to it and I'll finish it up. I think I got the painter's tape on there right now. I think I'm going to put a second coat by the time I get done. Yeah, it was good. You got permission, eh? The warden, the warden says the warden gets right. Scrap metal. So I think before I peel that painter's tape, I might put one more coat over the top of it. But like I was saying, it's much darker, so I'm gonna have to do all the cupboard doors and everything now. So I wish I could have convinced her to go with the same exact color that was there, but she wanted to match the living room. The warden, yeah, they scrap metal calls his better half the warden all the time. I've never called her the warden, but I thought it was fitting for the time and the moment and the honeydew list thing. I mean, I'll just about chop chop. I'll just about do anything for Mrs. T-Bird. I better. We've been together for wow, going 38 years. 38 years. Not married that long, but almost. But we've been together for 38 years. Don't seem possible. Just take care, Dennis. Thank you so much for stopping by. 2:15 in the morning. Ooh, woo. Stay safe, Dennis. Take care. Thank you so much. Good one, Ray. Yeah, yeah. It's always nice. I mean, happy wife, happy life. They say. Eh, you grow on each other. No matter how good you get along or how much you don't get along or you do get along, you grow on each other. And me and Mrs. T-Bird are pretty much inseparable. I love her to pieces. She does so much for me, and things that I don't even ask for, even if I do want it and I say no, she does it anyways. It's just like I don't know, and I'm not a much of a guitar player, but she tries to make all my dreams, I guess, come true. I guess. I mean, I've always kind of wanted to play the electric guitar. I can play a little bit. I'm back in the corner. I got an amp, and there's that stupid $600 or $700 camera I bought for streaming. That's not compatible. It's not the right format. It's supposed to be a YouTube blogging camera, but it doesn't. It's supposed to be able to live stream and everything, but it just does not work right. I tried it 2 times and I can't figure it out. And it's not the type of right format to go over if I record on it and then I have to take it to a program download it, and then edit it, and then I can play it back and it'll play. But that's very tedious, and it takes just to do like a simple 10-minute video. If I do a 10-minute video, it takes like over an hour and a half of messing around, downloading, and then uploading it, and then editing it to where you can do it. And it's a pain. Are you kidding me? And the same thing with the GoPro that I got. I got a lot of footage on that GoPro, but I can't see it. The only way I can do is to plug it in and download it directly, and I can't see what it is I'm downloading to YouTube until it's there. I have to download it first, and then I have to go in to edit it, and then I have to change the format, and then I got to re-upload it, and then upload it to YouTube, and it's just a pain. I don't know if all of the GoPros are like that or not. I'm not 100% sure, but you know, guess that's why you've been married for 45 years. That's right. That's right, Ray. I got to get back and check to see if you got anything new out there. I occasionally I'll watch stuff of yours and I forget to comment on it because sometimes I'm relaxing in the living room with a TV and I'm watching some things on the TV. I do that with you occasionally, Ray, not too often, not very often. There he is. Was that a delayed? I think that's a delayed response. Can we get back to the Bitcoin? The Bitcoin. I've got a Bitcoin, but it's not real. I got a Bitcoin, but it's not real. I'd have to go. Oh, Raspberry Hedgehog. Woo, good to see you. It's good to see you, Jackknife. It was the delayed response because I think it was like 10 minutes ago. I jingled that to see if you were sitting in the corner out back, eavesdropping. And I didn't see you, but you're here. Awesome. It's always good to see you. Always good to see you, Raspberry. Okay, Ray. Take care. Have a good night. Linda Bob. Woo! How you doing, Linda Bob? Oops, wrong chat. Oh, I found this at a Coinstar. I showed it earlier. I was talking about all the change and stuff I went back, and the banks were, they love that was sitting right on top of the Coinstar, right on top. It's a Mexican coin. They didn't even want it. It wasn't even in the tray. It was just sitting right on top. Jackknife. I think it's a 1994. I think it was. Yeah, Mexican. I don't know what denomination it is, but it has a big 5 on it. I found that today, and I brought back $217 to the bank and 50 cents. $41.50 of that was zinc pennies that were all rolled. And then that's when I found out that they weren't even able to get any pennies, and they were very glad that I had stopped in because they were pretty much out and they couldn't even get any from the federal government. Apparently, that they can't even get any pennies that they normally order. Jack Stacks, woo! How you doing? Good to see you. Thank you so much for stopping in. But they couldn't get any pennies at all. So, and like I said, the $41 that I went through half of them and rechecked them for my other coin book, like I was showing earlier, that I've been working on. I put this down about a year ago and I stopped working on it. I forgot about it. But I went through $20 in the last 2 days before bringing it back to the bank, and I did most of that last night, looking for the really nice ones to put inside there, all the different pennies, and I still had about $20 more of pennies to go through, and I just didn't want to do it anymore. So I said, the heck with it. I said, the heck with it. I kind of wish I would have held on to them to go back through them, because now it's going to be very difficult, because that's my main bank, and I went to my secondary bank, and I went to go, because my main bank is where I have an account, I have a checking and a savings, and then I got one in the other bank as well. They're right there in the same area. Excuse me. But I didn't think it was going to be that difficult to get pennies. I know they're stopping making them. This is the last year they're making them. But I didn't think it was going to be difficult for the bank to get pennies for even themselves, for their business customers. And that's the case. So I went over to my other bank to go get some coins, and she was only, I was going to get, I usually get like $50 and quarters, and I get like $25 in dimes. I usually get like maybe $5 nickels and $5 in pennies. That's what I usually do. And I like to go through them and check them out. I already checked those. There's no silver in there, nothing. I checked those. I probably got about, I think it was 13. I got 13 more pennies, copper pennies out of there to add to my $500 collection of copper pennies I've been collecting for years. There was no silvers in those. But that was the only roll of pennies that she had at the other bank. So I wish I wouldn't have gave all those pennies back to the bank, because I could have went back through them, because there are certain dates that I don't have. The S's, there's a lot of S's I don't have. But let me see. There was some that I could have probably have found in there that I didn't have in here. The 2004 is going to be an easy one. That's an easy one to get. I don't know why, because I could have searched and probably got a really nice 2004. I'm missing the 1989D. I'm missing a lot of the S's here. But I could have gotten 1889D out of those other 20 rolls. And of course, when you get to the 1982s, I've got just about every 1982 here. The 83S I don't have. I've got the 83D, 1983. The 1982S I don't have. Oops, sorry. That's the small date 1982D zinc, which I have. The 1982 large D zinc I don't have, and I could have found that in those rolls. I know I could have if I would have searched all of them. I brought them all back to the bank. The large date copper 1982D I have. 1982 small date zinc I have. The large date zinc I have. The 82 small date copper I have. The large date copper 82 I have. I don't have the 81S. A lot of the S's I don't have in these. But that in a nutshell, I kind of already went over a little earlier. Just showing you a little bit of that. Oh, got the key ready. Oh, you're talking to Jax. Hey, Res Bubble! Woo! Good to see you, brother. Good to see you. Let me see. I'm trying to see what I have in my box here. Like I said, this one ain't too noticeable. I'd have to put it on a coin microscope, but they're not too so much in the books. But it's like a variety. It's a 1987 double die verse. Maybe one of these days I'll do a video on that and show that. Digging through my coins here. I still had them out. I don't even know what that one is. Let me see here. No, I don't even know why I got that in there, but I guess it's probably because it's a brown, but it's a really nice shape. It's a 1928. There's just nothing special about this one. It is in pretty decent shape. That'll probably go into one of my older books. My older books, like this one that I got, unless I've already got it in there. I might have already got it in there. Well, like I said, I got multiple books. Yeah, I already got it in there. I already got 1928. But there's some of them that I'm missing. Some of them I'm missing in this book. I want to try to complete that book. Complete my other book. Let me see here. What do I have in here? Don't even know what I got in there. What is that? Oh! Here's a penny I haven't seen in a long time. I got one that's a strike through error. That's not post mint damage. This is a forget the date of it. I think it's 1942D, maybe. Yeah, it's 1942D. It's in rough shape, but it's a strike through error. I had a coin, and somebody had an LCS before that I went to say it maybe it's either a struck through or it's the delamination, but I don't think it's delamination. It's in really rough shape, but it's just something I got thrown in these silver uncirculated 40 percenters that I got. I got quite a few of those. This is my very first one that I ever got. I've got another 10 of these that I've gotten throughout the years, but this was my very, very first one I ever got back when I was probably in my early 20s. Zoom you back out here. Yeah, far out. Yeah, if I wish I had the other 2009 ones out, but I got that in there. I think this is a 1941 or 44. I don't know. I don't think I've ever shown this one. 1944, United States of America. I don't know if it needs a flip. It's 20 centavos, if I remember right. The Philippines. I've got a couple of those. I just happen to have that. That was in with that. Like I was saying before, how many hobo coins do I have? I have quite a few. I have some hobo Morgan dollars. I've got some more hobo half dollars. I've got some hobo nickels. These are ones that I've gotten probably 2 or 3 years ago. I wasn't really big on the hobo nickels. I don't think I have any of those out. Maybe I do because they're different. I know there used to be a channel that I used to go on back over a year ago, and she auctioned coins. I no longer go there, but she used to sell hobo nickels. Let's see here. Let me see if I got any. I know I was going through them. Now that's a regular buffalo. These are wheatback pennies, buffalo. I don't have any of the Jefferson ones, but I've got some buffalo. I think that's what they call them, is hobo nickels for the buffaloes as well. Oh, right here. Yes. I don't know if they call these hobo nickels or not. I'm not sure because they're made from the buffalo nickels. They're just it's like a unique piece, I guess. Somewhere along the line, that was a D. What it is now, would they consider that a hobo nickel? I believe. Oh, wait, it does shit. 1916. I forget where I even picked those up. But I got different types of them. Of course, there's a quarter planchet. I wish I could find that other one I wanted to show to Jackknife. Oh no, that ain't it. I don't remember where I put it. I got so many. A lot of these are just foreign coins that I got, and I actually do got a few. Oh, you guys can't even see that. You only hear me jingling around in the tray. You hear me jingling around the tray. Let's see. It's a hobo nickel is a nickel that people take and they use carving tools and stuff, and they on one side they usually carve out a picture, or they make Jefferson into a hobo, and they call it a hobo nickel. And it's more for, I don't know, it's for something that somebody likes to do, I guess. I don't know the whole thing about it. I don't think there's a whole lot of value on them. I got 1920 and 1936 sweetback penny in this little dish. Like I said, I got multiple dishes. I mean, what was that? There's a nice looking penny. Oh, 1959. Yeah, it shouldn't have been in there. Yeah, why is that in there? That could be in one of my books. Take it out of there. I think you can see the date on that one. I don't know what that's doing in there. That should be in one of my books, not in that coin dish. What the heck am I doing with that penny in there? Ooh, I don't know. I'll have to wait till another day because I know Jackknife is usually out here from time to time, and usually when he is, I like to show him different types of Canadian coinage that I have. Yeah, it's 95% copper. I have a lot of foreign stuff, a lot of foreign stuff, a lot of American stuff, a lot of foreign silver. I was talking about my other live stream. It's I don't know if I still have it here on the table or not. Yes, I do have it here on the table still. Because I'm trying to, in my spare time, whenever I get a little bit of time, the more I'm in here, the less work I got to do on my honeydew list. But at my, I don't have a local coin shop, but when I was down there, they had a bunch of little, all different types of foreign coins in a dish. I did a little research on that, and it's not sterling. There's silver. It's a foreign coin, and I got that for $1. I think when I did a short, or I did a highlight from that, I said 18 something, and I made a mistake. I said 18. I should have said 19 because this is a 1954. I think it is. Yeah, 1954 Republic of Venezuela, Venezuela, Venezuela. But it's got another. Looks like a date. I don't know. Maybe Jack Stacks can tell me a little bit about this. I'll zoom in on it. But I got that for $1, and it is silver. I did a little research on it, and it's like 8325, something like that, or 835 silver. Does that say Bolivia? Yeah, Bolivia. It's 1854. Republic of Venezuela. I don't know if he'll be able to. There might be somebody out there. Like I said, I searched it real quick. I did a Google snapshot of it. I got that for $1. There's more than $1 worth of silver in that thing, and melt value. Maybe even Raspberry Hedgehog will be able to tell me a little bit. I don't know how versed she is with coins. You'd have to go through all the years of them. It's a Continental silver. Yeah, but still, $1 US. I'd buy them. I'd buy every single one of them if they would have had more. Some of the other ones that I bought that were just because they were only like 50 cents, and there's no silver. They were only 50 cents. That was 25 cents, whatever the heck that is. I like different foreign silver. Not silver, but coinage, whether it's, silver or not. I don't even know what the heck that is, but I said for $0.25, I just grabbed it. This is made out of some type of brass or bronze. This is a 20 cent for 50 cents. That wasn't even worth it. But I didn't have one. I seen it. I said, I'll take it. But I got those recently, plus along with some other silver maples. Some silver maples, but their prices were pretty high. I tried to go there and hit my local antique variety shops that I have, which sell silver coins and what have you. And usually, if I hit them just right when silver had before, I should have went there a few weeks before silver started rising. But a lot of times, the vendors that have there, they don't go there on an everyday basis, and maybe some of them miss it because I've done that before, where I've gone in when silver had shot up to like $38 an ounce. When silver had shot up to like $38 an ounce, I'm going back a little ways. Um, I've got some of these for like $31, and I had these in one of my books that I just came across. Not my books, but my boxes. I got multiple maple leaves. I think I paid like $31 for these when spot was 38. Of course, that right there is some milk spotting. Some milk spotting. The older ones are kind of notorious for that, I guess. But I picked those up a while back. Um, what do I have here? No, that's nothing. That's nothing. Those are all V nickels. Uncirculated roll of dimes. Digging through my stuff over here. You have a maple on the way to you. Awesome. Woo! Yeah, I probably have about maybe 25 maple leaves. Haven't really sat down and ever counted them. 1999. Yeah, like I said, there's a lot of times I'm hiding stuff in them. Like say for scenario, I showed this on one of my last live streams. I think I showed this one in that book. This is a 1999 proof that I got from the U.S. Mint back in the day. It's a 1999. And sometimes I'll take the covers off, and I don't know why, but sometimes I'll hide things underneath. I put certain things, that coins that are more valuable, so I remember where they are. And lo and behold, I don't remember. I forget, and then I don't find them for probably 5, 6, 7, 8 years later. It just like the other day, on a last live stream. Woo, Tomcat Josh, what's going on? Good to see you, brother. Thank you so much. Thank you for the $2 super chat. Oh, where is it? Oh, they're over here. They're right over here. They're on the desk. I had opened this up, and I think Jackknife was actually here to witness it and to see it. But from the U.S. Mint, I had this box that was unopened. I hadn't touched it. I got it back in 2000. I used to order mint sets and silver proof sets from the mint, and I opened it on my last live stream live. I zipped it open, and it was never been opened. And I figured out what was in it before I opened it. It was actually a silver proof set, 2000 silver proof set, and 2 uncirculated proof sets from 2000. And I've already got 4 of these other than this one, and I've got 3 more of these that are in my safes that are silver proof sets, because I used to get like 4 of them, four each. But for some reason, I got more of these. I don't know why. I used to like to do that. Around 2005, I kind of fell out of it. I fell out of buying it from the U.S. Mint, and I just recently, probably, I think in 2013ish, I started buying the silver proof sets. The big sets, not these ones, the ones that got the $50, the quarter. Um, if you guys don't mind waiting for a minute, I can go get you one of them, and show it to you real quick. If you want to hold on, but I'm going to be gone for like about 52 seconds. Give me a second. I'll be right back. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Oh man. Sorry guys. Took me longer 52 seconds. I almost forgot my combination. I got more than one thing. I probably shouldn't have done that. Let's see here. Is Jackknife still here? I got to give him a jingle, make sure. Because I got something just because. Jackknife, come here, buddy. uh, till I see that Jackknife comes up, I'll show you this awesome Harley Davidson round that I got. I did a video on that about a year ago. There's a certificate of authenticity. That I was going to show my Bitcoin. I'll show you that Harley Davidson round real quick if I can get it out of there. I did a video on that, like I said, about a year ago. Yeah, Jackknife. I brought my Bitcoin out. Oh, I think it's my Bitcoin. I can't get it out of the package. I can't get it out. I can't pop it out of there. It's stuck in there pretty good. Oop, hold on. There we go. I was able to get it. Pop the whole thing out. I'll have to stick that back in. For those that haven't seen it, this isn't what I wanted to show Jackknife. Love that. Love that round. It's awesome. Yeah, it is. I'm going to make sure to bring that back in. See? Now, I'll wait till Jackknife comes back in. I grab that out of the safe. I grab that out of the safe. These are prestige sets. But this is what I was talking to you about. I wanted to get 2013. I started buying these again from the U.S. Mint, and I've got some that are not even opened. I would only buy one of those. But I got other years that I didn't even open. This is 2013. Let me zoom you guys back out. No, I guess I'm zoomed out. Yeah. Let me set that there. Oh man, I'm running out of room. That just don't seem possible in a big desk like this. Thank you, Tomcat Josh. High five, awesome. Woo! Oh man, I wish I would have had my little thing going. Do the little. I could have did the. It's a little late on that, but you don't have to. But I'm gonna reset it just in case. Just in case there's any confetti. But here's a 2013 United States Mint limited edition silver proof set. And of course, this is still in plastic, but it came wrapped. And I had opened it, but I hadn't opened this yet. This I've only taken out once. I've only taken this out maybe twice. This might be it's either the second or the third time I've ever taken it out, and the cellophane is still on it. Okay, Josh, you're awesome. Thank you. But look at some of the. This is in the package toning, and I got this back in 2013. Oh, there's a confetti. Woo! Thank you. That's awesome. Thank you so much. But this has they're all silver and they're all S's. It's got the state's quarters for 2013. It's got the dime. It's got the Jefferson 2013, and it's got the American Silver Eagle. Now the cellophane's still on it. It's never been opened, nor do I ever intend on opening this. But I got this from the U.S. Mint, and like I said, around the edges, when I bought that, it didn't have the toning like that. I don't know if it's because when they sealed it, the type of air that was in there, but they are toning around the outside edges, and you can see the cellophane. I think on the reverse side they're not. No, they're not. On the reverse side they're not. Just on the obverse. Oh well, on the I lied. On the obverse of the dollar, the dime, and the half dollar. Isn't that uncanny? It's on the obverse of the quarters, states quarters, because they got those in the back. And what? Yeah, Yeah, I thought it looked like a D for a second. So I was like, what? I'm gonna say if there was a D there, I've got something that's very valuable because if it was a D, there would have been a mint error, and it should be an S because it's a it's a silver set. But them should all be S's. On the obverse of those are not toned. On the reverse, the quarters are toned. So it's only on this particular side. I'm sorry, I'm not looking at the chat. I apologize. But then on the, like I said, on the obverse here, they are. On the reverse of the quarters, they are. And then it's just the opposite, just that one side. I don't know why. I don't know why. But I grabbed that one particular one so I could show you guys. So in 2013, I started buying from the mint again. In the last 5 years, I haven't since 2000. I think since either 2019 or 2020. I'd bought in some just, I think a year ago. Was it 2023? I don't remember. I'd have to look for it and find it. I think in 2023, I think I bought a set like this. I'm not sure because I'd have to do a deep dive on it and try to find out. But yeah, I wish I had every single one they had of them. I really enjoyed the silver, the unlimited or the limited silver proof edition sets. Reset gifts? Oh, sure. I think you like to really see the confetti come down. Thank you. I'll reset them. I think I've been on for maybe an hour, maybe. Yeah. Oh man, wow. I've been on longer. How time flies. But here's a 19. Thank you, Tomcat. Yeah, jeez. Thank you so much. Here's 1994 Prestige set. I have multiple years of these and multiple issues of certain years. This just happens to be in 19. Thank you. Look at the confetti. And sometimes I don't be surprised because sometimes I've got things hidden inside here. But this is a 1994 Prestige set as well. Sometimes, like I said, I have to be careful because sometimes I've got things hidden. And there's the reverse, of course, they're upside down. I'd have to turn the book around. I don't think I've ever shown any of my Prestige sets. Thank you, Tomcat Josh. You're awesome, man. Like I said, I only grabbed a few. I could only carry so much out, but I figured I was going to go get in there, and I think to get one of these, and these were all on top of them, so I kind of grabbed the whole stack, the whole pile. This is a 1992, and I got 1990. I think the 1992 is a low mintage. I think I can't remember. I don't remember. I think these were a low mintage. These are 1992 Prestige set. Like I said, I've gotten every year that they've made them. And some of them I have doubles of, and some triples. And of course, I got it upside down because there's a 1992, and I took them out. I'll show you the 1990 real quick. Did Jackknife ever come back? Invisible. Woo! Good to see you. Thanks for stopping in. Like I said, sometimes I got to be careful because I've got things hidden. Things are hidden. They're stashed. This is a 1990 Prestige set. Nothing hidden in this one. Nope. No, this is a 1990 Prestige. And this time I'll remember to flip it around so you guys don't see it upside down. I'll reset it one more time just in case. Tomcat Josh loves the confetti. And I love you too, brother, for doing that. It's awesome. That's really cool. Let's see. Let me set these down. But afterwards, I gotta carry all this stuff back. Set that there. But I was gonna show the jackknife, but he's probably had to go or something to do. I'm pretty sure that's what this is. Yep, there's a Bitcoin. Poor jackknife, he's miss it. I wanted to save that to show him. That's for novelty. I think we all know that. That's basically novelty. It's not a real Bitcoin. You have to, they don't have that. That's basically for a novelty, so to speak. I do own Ethereum, a lot of Ethereum, not a lot, but quite a little bit. And Ethereum is a nice little chunk of change too. So that, like a Bitcoin looks like. Yeah, so that's what the Bitcoin looks like. Yeah, that's what it looks like, Linda Bob. That's sort of like what they look like, but they're like I said, this is more for novelty, but that's the Bitcoin symbol is, and this is more for novelty. I don't even remember what we paid for that. I don't know. I'd gotten a couple of them. Mrs. T-Bird actually got them for me. Yeah, Jack Nick was here and he was talking about Bitcoin. That's why I kind of went in there to get my silver proof set, my limited edition silver proof set, and to get that to show them. There was something else I wanted to show them, and it's just a Canadian, it's an aired Canadian penny that I got. I got a couple of different types. One I showed during another live stream, my last live stream, but there was another one that I hadn't, and I had it here. I have so much stuff that's on my table right now that I've taken out. I've been trying to go through a lot of my stuff. 48 thumbs up. Woo! Oh, awesome. And I'll probably head on out of here very shortly. I didn't realize how fast time was going by. It's almost 9 o'clock. Wow. I guess I've escaped from doing my chores, my honeydew list for the last hour and a half. So like I said earlier, the longer I'm in here, the the longer I get away from having to do my honeydew list. I'm awful. Oh, actually, here I still got it on the desk. I was talking about the wide AM. There's one of my wide AMs. I'd have to put it underneath. You're never going to be able to see it. This is one that's really toned up. I don't even think you're going to be able to see it through here. No, it's not going to even focus because of the plastic. I was talking to Scrap Metal Racing about it. No, it's never going to even focus to where you're going to be able to. Maybe. Oh man, I'm getting a reflection. But if you look at the bottom of the M on the left and the right of the A, there's a space there. There's a gap. That's one of my wide AMs, 1998s. If I can hold it still. But that's a 1998 wide AM. It's got some issues. It ain't perfect, but I found this while coin roll hunting. And just so you can see, it's a 1998. said, I'm getting reflection. 1998. That's about a $20 coin right there. Depending on grade, I mean, that's probably about 25. MS65 from 2025 Red Book says they're valued at about $25. Depending on the grade, it's depending on whatever. But it's $25 I found for a penny. What the heck? I'm not going to throw it back in a penny thing and give it back to the bank. But I've got 3 of those. I've got one 1999. I'm not sure where that is. I got that somewhere. And that's probably about that's about a $500 coin, but it's depending on the condition, 4 to 500, 450. But it's just something I've always liked to enjoy to do. Collecting coins, going through numismatic coins, error coins. Like I was showing you a little while ago, that really banged up one, that 19 whatever the heck year it was a wheatback penny that had a straight through error on it. I wish it was in better condition, because that would hold some value. It still does, but not as much, because it's not in the greatest shape. Oh, the other day I'd found this. Oh, and I already took them out. No, maybe that's where I had a few more of my other coins. And I got more wheatback pennies in here, and old Canadian silver, a Sacagawea dollar, an old Canadian nickel. Yeah, here's a gold-plated penny from California. I remember this. I think it's 1973, if I remember right. 75. My apologies. Gold-plated. Somebody stamped the California in there. It's 1975 copper penny, and it's been 4-karat gold and put over the top of it. Just more of a novelty thing. But anyways, I guess that's it for show and tell today, I suppose. I guess I need to get back to do my honeydew list. But yeah, thank you so much, everyone. Jeffrey Button, Rakamas, Invisible, Jackknife, woo, Bird's the word. Thank you, Tomcat Josh. You're awesome. You guys all rock. Thank you so much. I appreciate each and every one of you. I don't know if I'll go on later tonight after midnight or not. I don't know. I'll be going to oh, awesome, hit 50. Cool. I had probably after Michael's, depending on when Michael gets done. I don't know, but there is a small chance I may go live later. I may not, but I probably won't go live tomorrow. I may or may not. You never know. Sundays, definitely not. Sundays, mine and Mrs. T-Bird's day. But thank you, Linda Bob Mom, for stopping in here. Thanks once again, Tom got Josh. It's awesome. I know we had the Humble Stacker out here earlier, and Raspberry Hedgehog. Thank you so much. You too. Thanks a lot for stopping in here. We had Snakebite way in the beginning of the stream. I know that. He was out here for a little bit. And our brother Jackknife, woo, he was here. Yeah, there was a lot of you. Thank you so much, you guys. Appreciate each and every one of you. Have a good night and have an awesome weekend. You need a nap? Yeah, I do too. I don't want to go do any more cupboard work. I told Mr. T-Bird I got to take a nap. Alrighty, guys. Thank you, Jack Stacks. Woo! Have a good weekend, you guys. T-Bird out. I'm glad you got that, Jack Stacks. Woo! All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.